How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Falcon's Media Corner back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time for this new episode for this series is going to be my review on the 2024 horror film, and this is the third and final film to this film series that began since 2022, and that is, of course, MaXXXine. Now, as I said, this is the third and final film to this film series, which is the X franchise that was created by Ty West himself, and of course he returns as the writer and director and even the editor for this movie as well. And in this film, in 1980s Hollywood, adult film star and aspiring actress MaXXXine Meigs, who's once again played by Mia Goth, finally gets a big break, but as a mysterious killer named the Night Stalker stalks the starlets of Hollywood, a trail of blood threatens to reveal her sinister past. So that's pretty much the story of MaXXXine. Now, the original film that started it all back in 2022, which was of course X, that film really surprised me because I had little to know about that whole film going into it, but the film was overall a huge blast for myself because I had a really awesome time here with that movie, and it was by far my favorite horror film of 2022. Then a couple months later, after we got X, we ended up getting a new entry to the series, and that was Pearl, and that one was actually a prequel, and I overall had a really great time with that one as well. That was an awesome prequel to one of my favorite horror films of 2022. And so when I heard that Ty West was going to be directing this newest entry to this franchise, as well as having Mia Goth returning for this new entry to this franchise as well, I was just genuinely really excited to see what they were going to be doing here for this overall finale to this new horror series that Ty West has created for this decade here. And I even did rewatch the previous two movies, X and Pearl, in preparation for this movie, and I still think they do hold up to this day for being just really damn good horror films for this decade. And I did see this film on opening day, which was the 5th of July this year, and there was a fair amount of people on the screen that I went to for this movie. And after watching this whole movie here, it is safe to say that Ty West thankfully did not disappoint me here, because I overall had a really great time here with MaXXXine, and I overall thought this was overall a satisfying finale to this overall franchise here as well. What I really liked in this movie is the overall mixing of different types of genres and elements in the film, and I thought all of that was really well blended in, and yeah, they did have a whole lot of charm to themselves, yeah, because there are times where the film has horror elements, detective noir elements, and various other elements from various other movies, and I thought all of them did blended in really well here within this movie. And as for the performances themselves, of course, Mia Goth is still absolutely amazing like she was in the previous two movies, and she's definitely become like the greatest thing that the horror genre has ever given here, because she's such a terrific actress, and she's definitely given some really damn good performances in some of the recent horror films that she's done here. And I liked what her character's like in the film here, because she's pretty different than what she was in the original, because in the original she was like a damsel in distress, while in this movie she's much more of a rebellious and yet badass character. And I really loved what I loved the way she was like in this film here, from being those two different types of things here and there in this film. And you've got some new additional cast members in the film, and I thought the one who totally stole the whole film here for me was Kevin Bacon. He totally stole every single scene that he was in through the majority of this film here, because he's really creepy. Yeah, he is pretty slimy, but yeah, he's really funny in the film here, and I just loved him through the majority of this film here. And as for everyone else who are in the film, which you've got like Bobby Cannavale, Giancarlo Esposito, Michelle Monaghan, Elizabeth Debecki, Lily Collins, Moses Sumney, and pop singer Halsey. I thought everyone for the most part were all really great here. And as for its storytelling here, for this movie, it is pretty distinctive and from being pretty different from the two movies, because the original film was like a homage to exploitation horror films, and Pearl was like a character study film. This one is like a murder mystery film here, because it has something to do with a serial killer named the Night Stalker, and MaXXXine finds itself in the middle of all this situation that's going on with this whole serial killer stuff that's going on around Los Angeles, with all these killings that's going on. And I thought all that did stand out really well here from the whole creative mind by Ty West. And I loved how he was able to handle this whole with the whole reveal of like who the killer really is towards the finale of the film. And like I said, since this film is like a murder mystery film here, it still does tend to have the horror aspects in the film here and all of that. Even though I kind of felt the film did have a few uneven moments in the film and all that, but I still liked how the film manages to have some of the aspects I did expect to see when it came to this overall finale here. And I did like the overall themes as well for the film as well, where it has something to do with like fame and fortune and all that, which I thought did stand out really well here. And I kind of felt the film was a bit slower than X and Pearl and all that, but I still like how the film manages to pick itself up to get to any fun or important moment of the film here. And when it comes to the kills themselves here, I found them to be pretty effective and yet pretty gruesome as well, from the amount of gory imagery that we do see in the film here. And they were really well directed from its style, from its overall style that Ty West was able to put into this film here as well. So all in all, MaXXXine, I overall had a really great time here with his overall finale. Here, and if you're overall a huge fan of the previous two movies, or you're a fan of like director Ty West or actress Mia Goth, chances are you will find yourself really satisfied with this overall finale to this overall film series here. So that's pretty much all I'd say about MaXXXine. I'm gonna give MaXXXine 4 out of 5. As I said, this was definitely a great satisfying finale to this overall film series here that Ty West has created here. Although, I do like the first two films a bit more than this though, but I still overall had a really great time here with this overall finale here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching for my AK After I Saw review on MaXXXine, and let me know what you think of this movie. If you have seen this already, or just recently check this out, did you have a lot of fun with this, or you're very disappointed with this? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Falcon's Media Corner signing off.